Of course, that didn't matter compared to other things. I wanted to get to know her better. She'd asked me for scissors to get in a package. The pair I knew about had disappeared somehow. Oh well, I got bored and decided to leave. And just who would I run into? Yeah, that's right, Dave. He said he was just doing his weekly visit to my dad to talk about the company and stuff. I should have known that something was wrong. It seemed strange to me for some reason, so I decided to find out. It seemed like they were just discussing the usual business. Perhaps I should have listened longer. Dave called up to me soon afterwards with the same stuff that my dad had tried earlier about people wanting to destroy him for the company. It seemed like a load of bullshit to me. He told me to get home quickly and that I should be careful to watch myself. He said to show up in the next morning early and he would discuss things with me. I had no idea what the next day would bring. Honestly, when you're well-to-do, people are always going to bother you no matter what. I was in no rush because I thought it would be another stupid lecture. Then I got the worst call of my life. It was about my dad, and something was really, really wrong. From that point on, everything in my life came falling down. I got down there as fast as I could. This would truly be the most shocking thing I'd ever seen. My father had been killed. I tried to get help. And would you believe who was there? Dave, my dad's friend. Dave tried to calm me down and tell me something, but I was too afraid. I didn't want to think it was him, but nobody else was there. I was really confused and scared. I looked at my dad's body again, and I noticed how he'd been killed. The same pair of scissors that I'd had the previous day. He started talking to me about how everything was planned for so long, and how it was made to be against me, made to say that I killed my father. It was unbelievable. I wanted to kill him for that. He told me that my father set this up. It didn't make any sense though. Why? Why would he do this to himself? Dave told me all those frequent visits weren't for no reason. He said that my dad had been getting ill for a long time, and that the pain was so excruciating, it had gotten to the point where he couldn't handle it anymore. The company had to go to someone he could trust to run things, and he didn't feel like it should be me. But at the same time, why go to this length? Apparently, lots of outsiders that revolved around the company ran on this plot and had agreed. Yes, the same people that I gave the cold shoulder towards had aided in the plot to frame me. Why would he frame me? His own son of all people. Dave said that he and my dad had talked over how I was too closed off from the world, and that I had no realization just how important life was. All of my inconsiderateness had only accredited this. He wanted to die anyways because of the pain, and, according to Dave, not to leave things in the hands of someone who wasn't up to the standard of trustworthiness, which would have been me. Dave thought it was a good idea to open me up to reality. Everything I had was falling apart because of this realization. My life, as it was the previous day, was no more. I wanted to get back at him for the whole thing in the first place. I wasn't the killer. He was. He had already called the cops before I got there, and they were on their way. Everything was too perfect. My prints on the scissors, and me assaulting him. He was right. They'd think I killed my father. There was nothing left to do but get out of there. One homicide detective appeared. I managed to slip from under him that day. Since that day, I've been on the run for my life. I had a life. It's all gone now. I'm all on my own. That's how a perfect life can get screwed. Not simply from neglect from others, but neglect on one's own part that becomes a huge problem overall. That life I thought I'd have won't happen. I've awakened into a new reality where nothing is made for me and easy. The only priority is to stay free and running. But for how long?